You want to see the best thing about the F-150 XLT? Column shifter. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. And today we are driving the 2021 Ford F-150 XLT. This is not the first F-150 we've had here at Daily Motor. We had the limited model a few months ago, back when this whole parking lot was a total snow fest. We had a lot of fun with it, but I definitely had some gripes, especially with the price coming in around $70-some thousand. We've got videos on that truck, and we've also got a lot of other videos on this truck. Fuel economy tests, sound system tests. They're all there, and the links are in the description. But today we're going to talk about the new redesigned F-150 in general. We're going to talk about this PowerBoost Hybrid. We'll also talk about the limited truck as well. A lot of chrome on this one. It's not exactly the style I'd be going for, but it's pretty conventional truck image. And you can change and mix and match all the different styling options. You can get all sorts of different grills depending on Lariat or King Ranch or Platinum or Limited or XL or XLT. They're all there. It's all different sorts of things. It's pretty much build your own truck at this point in 2021 and then pay for the privilege. Some neat features worth mentioning right off the bat. This XLT model just has the power release tailgate, but you still get this insert here that's got a little 48-inch ruler and a 1-meter ruler. You get the Ford tailgate step that comes out, gives you this handle. You can climb on up, maybe grab something out of the back, tie something down to these hardy tie downs right here, and then easily get back down. It works really well, and if you're someone who does get up into your bed regularly, joke all you want, but you'll probably appreciate it. The next cool thing about this hybrid truck is it's got the Pro Power onboard package, which means you get 4 wall style outlets and a 240 volt plug right there. Now, we did a whole video detailing this. We were actually able to charge our Tesla Model Y with that plug and an adapter. So that was really cool, and I could see a ton of uses for that. Camping, tailgating, sporting events, charging up a dead electric vehicle. Lots of uses. Hopping in the back, you can see we are greeted with cloth seats. This truck right here comes in at about $65,000 and still rocking cloth, but I don't mind it. It's not quite as nice as the Ram's cloth, but still pretty good, durable feeling. Tons of room back here. You could easily have a rear-facing car seat and other adults sitting back here, no problem. Power outlets galore. You've got a 12 volt, you've got a Type A, a Type C, and a 120 volt 20 amp plug right there. Cup holders, no center flip down armrest. On the limited truck, you're getting leather back here and a few more trimmings, but overall, essentially the same deal. Another nifty little feature the Ford's got is you can actually unlock this and bring it up and bring these little sides, and it's kind of just another segmented place for you to put tools or gloves or hats or whatever, and then you can flatten the seat back down and totally have just a covered area. It's just kind of nifty. Let's pop the hood real quick, take a look at the 3.5 liter EcoBoost motor paired with this hybrid system. There it is, everything tucked away. Got the V6 sitting way back there, and then see some of your hybrid components as well. Hopping into the throne. A lot of things up front that I like better in this XLT model than the Limited. As you saw right at the beginning of the video, you've got a column shifter, which gives you all this extra space here. Not only that, but allows you to drive and have this workstation folded out. So whether you had food or a laptop or a notebook, anything you might have right there, you can flop down and don't have to worry about your shifter being in the way. Also a nice spot to place a phone right there. You can see that just slots in there. Super nifty. They also provide that little holder right there as well. No wireless charging in this one, but they do offer it. You do have a Type C and a Type A. storage along the sides, both the door and the center console. Some cup holders. Huge center storage bin with a little removable section. This is kind of new for the F-150. Pop that open. You got a little airbag storage area and then a glove box as well. Firing it up, you hear nothing. Just a little bit of electrical whirring and then the classic Ford chimes. Yet another part of the XLT that I like much better than the Limited is this gauge setup. Two nice analog dials flanking a big center digital gauge display that gives you all the information you can need and a nice digital speed readout. It looks much more mature and well put together than the corny, big all-digital display that the Limited model has. Also, I'm a big fan of Ford's Sync 4. It's super easy to use, it's responsive, the contrasts look good, the colors are nice. I like it better than the giant screen that was in the Mustang Mach-E. So let's get on to some driving. I tell you, as much as I like this column shifter, nothing beats the rotary shifter that Ford does in some of their vehicles and Ram does in their trucks. Right off the bat, something really cool that Ford has done, I'll have to straighten out the wheel here, is with the EV coach screen on, you can see how much you're able to press the gas pedal before the engine's going to kick in. So right now I'm running on battery only. It says it right there, electric. I can tell the tach is at 0 and there's no engine noise. And as I breathe onto the throttle, that line goes up, and as the battery runs down, the outer box shrinks. So I know I can only press the gas pedal so hard before the engine's going to kick in. And then this screen right here shows where power is going. So right now it says electric driving. If I put my foot down a bit, pops into hybrid driving and it tells me why. Engine on due to drive power. It shows some cool little animations. This hybrid system is not quite as seamless as you're going to get in something such as a Toyota hybrid, but Ford did a pretty darn good job tuning it for this application. I've noticed some rough shifts around first, second, and third, especially if you're kind of cruising along and then get on the throttle hard. You'll notice some delay and then a jolt. But in general, it drives pretty darn smooth, and I love, again, with that EV coach being able to know exactly how hard to brake in order to not engage any brake pad and only get regen. Whatever Ford's done to the 3.5-liter EcoBoost in this generation of truck makes it sound really good. So getting on it, even with the electric help there, it sounds like a healthy, strong truck. So fuel economy. Well, we did run this truck on our highway fuel economy test. It did pretty decently well and managed to get its EPA numbers. And general around town driving, I haven't quite been able to get that 24 mile per gallon EPA. If I were really easy on it, just right driving, I might be able to see that. But when we get vehicles, we only have them for about a week or so. So we got to kind of get all of our testing and all of our different sorts of driving experiences in. And that often results in some fuel economy ding. 430 horsepower, obviously no problem getting up to highway speeds. So let's get up here. I'll show you how quiet the F-150 is cruising down the highway. I think this XLT model is a bit quieter than the Limited we had. It's only got 20-inch wheels, whereas the Limited had 22s. Here's 70 miles per hour on a loud section of concrete highway into the wind. Still a good amount of sound deadening. We've got dual pane glass, and they just did a really good job at making this thing quiet. You also have a really good active lane keeping function. I'll toggle that on now, the lane keeping system. You can see right here, I can drive around this corner, come up to this truck, and not even have my hands on the wheel. We've been spending a lot of time with this system in the Bronco Sport, and the Mach-E, and the F-150s. I can tell you, it does just about as good of a job as our Tesla Autopilot. You do have to put your hands on the wheel every 12 to 15 seconds, but small price to pay for having a really good active lane keep. Got a lot of drive modes in the F-150, and one of the strange things is the drive mode dial seems to work backward. I get what they wanted to do. They were trying to be like, oh, well, if you were actually turning a dial, then when you turn to the left, you would select things that are over on the left. But that means when you turn it to the left, you can see right here, I'm turning to the left, everything I'm moving is actually going to it's going from the right to the left. So it seems like we're turning the thing in the opposite direction. Either way, you've got Sport, Eco, Tow Hull, Normal, Slippery, Deep Snow and Sand, and Mud and Ruts. I'll throw it into Sport mode and take off from this light. It's strong. It really pulls. You feel that extra little bit of torque from the electric motor, and the horsepower from that 3.5 makes a difference. One thing that this XLT model is missing that the limited truck we had is a four-wheel drive auto function. That means you're either locked into two-wheel drive or you're locked into powering all four wheels. It's not like with vehicles with a four-wheel drive auto, it'll send power to just two wheels when you're cruising along, but then if it senses slip, then it can engage all-wheel drive. Not the end of the world for most truck buyers, but still something that we're missing. One thing this XLT does have optioned is Ford's Pro Trailer Backup Assist. We used that on a Lincoln Navigator, actually, when we were towing a race car. And once you get it set up, it does make backing things up really, really easy. It seems gimmicky. I'm sure everyone who's never used it is like, oh, I know how to back up a trailer. I don't need help with that. But once you do have it and you get used to using it, it's really nice. It's one of those few gimmicky type features that if I were buying a new truck, I would be willing to pay more for. As for this hybrid powertrain, would I be willing to pay the $4,000 to $5,000 surcharge to get this over some of the other engine options? I don't know. That's tough. I do really like driving it. It's one of my favorite truck powertrains right now. It's rewarding to drive it kind of easy, see what sort of fuel economy numbers you can get, but you don't get much benefit for long distance hauling or towing. And realistically, that's where most people need to save money with their trucks. If you were the type of person who did a lot of around town driving in their truck and never really did any long haul type stuff, then yeah, maybe the hybrid is worth spending that extra coin. But if you're doing any sort of long distance hauling, getting more of a base motor, something like a V6 or a 4-cylinder, or honestly a diesel engine, is probably going to be a better bet for you. A few years ago, Ram completely closed the door on the Ford and GM competition in the full-size truck market. Now, Ford's brought it really, really close, and it really just comes down to which brand do you like better? Is there a certain powertrain you need? Do you like the looks? Do you like the interior features? The Ram does have a nicer interior still. I mean, this interior is plenty nice and plenty functional, but it doesn't ooze the level of luxury that Ram manages. With this hybrid system, as well as all the other powertrains that Ford offers, you do get some more powertrain flexibility going with the Blue Oval. That being said, if my money had to go in on a truck, I would still be picking the Ram, but Ford has brought it so close now here with the 2021 model that they're both recommendable. If you prefer one over the other for any reason, go for it. Just as long as you're not buying a Chevy. One last cool feature that the 2021 F-150s offer is a seat that can go all the way reclined. Keep on going, keep on going. Actually, wait a minute. Does this one not do that? This is not flat. Aw, I guess the XLT model doesn't offer that. Unless it's an option. I mean, you're still plenty flat. You could definitely take a nap like this, but it's not as cool as the full flat limited seats. Huh. Anyway. 2021 Ford F-150. Good job, Ford. You kept the best-selling vehicle in America good. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see a whole lot more on the F-150, check the links in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.